So, over episode 1 and episode 2, Primo has been pretty quick on the trigger with that guy fucked me. I'll
Oh
never
yeah,
draft him again.
yeah.
And I've found beauty in that poetic nature because I have done the same thing. But what I did was took the 2 leagues that you have been active in with me over the last few years and went back the last 3 years and made notes of any player who has performed under his ADP on the year that he was on your team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to title this miniature segment Forgive or Forget. I'm just going to say the player's name, and you tell me if you will still take a flyer on them or if they are dead to you.
Okay.
You can explain why. You don't have to. You can say whatever you want to say. But I got about, I think, 10 of them.
All right. Rapid fire.
And, yes, this is in no particular order. Chris Godwin. Forgive or forget?
I'd forget. I'd forget. I mean, no, forgive. I'd forgive.
Yeah.
I'd forgive.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like
yeah,
that.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
God.
You know
Fuck
what?
that guy.
Listen, Curtis is a super Waddle fan, but to be
yeah.
fair, I looked, man. The year Primo had him, it was bad. Like it was the year for Waddle you didn't want.
What, last year? Like that's the only year he's not finished in the top 15.
But dude, it was rough last year. I'm telling you, like if you didn't know him going into it, and then that's all you saw, like I get it.
Yeah.
I would forgive him because I know what
I want to say
he
that
can
dude
be,
was giving me single digits or some shit like that. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Do you know all the rookie records that Puka broke? Do you know who had those records before
Don't be
Puka?
that guy, man. Don't be that guy.
It was Jalen Waddle. But all right, yeah, cool. I forgive. Big forgive.
All right, George Pickens.
Oh, so I think I mentioned this in that other episode about George Pickens. Like
Pickens got that dog in him.
He does,
Mm-hmm.
and he is such a big deep threat. But he fucked me a lot. He fucked me a lot last year.
He's boomer bust.
Pickens is like that crazy dog you might have to put down, but he's definitely got some dog in him.
Look, as much as I like him, I think he has the talent to be really great in the league. But like you said, boomer bust. Fuck him, I ain't drafting him again.
All right. More like forgive or fuck him.
You know, when you feel strongly about something, it's all right.
Yeah. All right.
Quentin Johnston.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I put one in there for obvious reasons.
The only one who doesn't think that is Jim Harbaugh for some reason. It's because he dominated him in college.
The only one who doesn't think that is the Chargers PR executive because they're trying to make the world buy into Quentin Johnston.
Yeah. Forget him.
Tony Pollard. We just talked about him.
I wanted to say I drafted him a couple years ago when he was good.
Oh, I might have looked at the year wrong. You had him when he was good, so he's a forgive for you then. Nothing to forgive there.
I'll forgive it. And then, I mean, we just talked about him in the 8th round. I'd give him a shot.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get the 2 Falcons out of the way. Drake London.
I want to say just he can go fuck himself. But I'm not saying I wouldn't draft him again. he
got everybody.
Dude, he fucked me that one season. Like I'm telling you, like there were some games where he did really, really great, and then there were some single digit games in there. And I didn't appreciate that at all. I'm not saying I'll forgive him. Because I may draft him again. Now that he has a better quarterback.
I was going to say, you can do it. You got to want him this year, though. We'll see how next year goes, but if you want him this year, you got to get him. Kyle Pitts.
Listen, I don't doubt that he has the talent, but yeah, go fuck himself. Look, he has the talent. I'm sure if he was on a different team, but let's also put this on the table here. The Falcons' passing game sucked. and he was also not being utilized properly. I don't think. I think they drafted a fucking horse, and they decided to, I don't know, run it with a dog or some shit like that. You know, like they did not use him correctly the first couple years that he was on that team, and I don't know if I trust him just yet. So I'm not gonna say like he can go fuck himself, like he fucked me kind of way, but it's more so the Falcons fucked me.
That's actually fair.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to bogart your segment. If I were going to disagree with one that you've said so far, it would be Kyle Pitts. But we'll talk about that on tight ends when we do that. And probably Jalen Waddle. But I honestly, I get why you feel that way about Jalen Waddle, because I saw what he did to you last year. It was brutal.
I'll just say this.
3 more.
I'll just say,
go ahead.
this. I'm gonna throw him right in the fucking. He's right there in the mix with Anthony Richardson. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not Georgia Bulldog fan in me or anything like that, but I'm saying he gave us one good year. Okay, at Florida. That's all.
2. Oh.
It was one. It was one.
Lost my place. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins. You had him at a bad time.
Yes. I want to say I've drafted him in other leagues and other years, and he's done really good for me. I'll forgive.
Oh, yeah.
I'll forgive him.
All right. So as long as there's a historical foundation, you'll forgive one mess up of a year.
Yeah.
That's the pattern?
Yeah.
All right.
But he's getting
Deontay
old, though.
Johnson. Oh,
Who?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I'll say he's getting old, though. So I'm not saying I would draft him this year.
Okay. Deontay Johnson.
Dude, I don't even know who the fuck that is.
No. Wide receiver 1 for Carolina Panthers. He used to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. You probably don't know either because he rode your bench the entire year you had him.
Yeah, he wasn't. He never really was great until last year, and even last year he was shaky. But he just.
Oh, is that like his first name is like Deo? How you spell his first name?
Diontae.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. I know
T-A-E.
who you're talking about now. Yeah, hard pass.
Yeah.
A lot of people are high on him this year. I'm not buying that dip.
Yeah,
It's all the ball knowers for some reason really like him. He's got really good, just like per target with his catch rate and everything. But he's like a good numbers wide receiver. But he's got he's got no dog in him. Deontay Johnson has no dog. Is what it
Yeah.
feels like to me.
Well, and he survived the Mason Rudolph year, and then he survived the Kenny Pickett year. So, I mean, I guess whatever. He could be good, but he did not do well when he was on your team, so that's why I put him on this list.
Yeah. I do remember who you're talking about now. He can go fuck himself.
All right. The only other one is DeAndre Swift.
He's fine.
And he wasn't actually terrible when he was on your team. He was just mid.
He was. He had a very, very, very mid. He's playing for the Bears. Like you said earlier, how is he going to be utilized in that offense with Caleb Williams? Honestly, I'll forgive him.
Yeah, you got to forgive him.
I'll forgive him.
Yeah.
There's the potential for him to be really good this year, and I'll forgive him. And I think it's partially because he's a dog.
Did he play for Georgia?
He did. He won the.
I didn't know that. How about that?
He had the home run touchdown against Auburn in the SEC championship.
Yeah, you got to forgive him.
Yeah.
Then that's historical foundation right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I learned a lot about your psyche there, friend. I appreciate that. That was pretty fun.
Yes, sir.